So you also have for us an exhibit called On the Edge, which is on view now at the Armenian Museum of America in Watertown through November 30th.
This is a great show because it introduces us to all of this fabulous art from the 1970s through the 1990s that was happening in California. This comes from the collection of Joan and Jack Quinn, and Joan Quinn is still alive, and so she's the one who's facilitated this major exhibition at the Armenian Museum of America because she has Armenian heritage. But they were two individuals who were just immersed in artist circles. He was an attorney, very successful, which is how they were able to acquire art, although they were often acquiring at the very beginning of artists' careers. And so they were intersecting with people like Basquiat and Andy Warhol and David Hockney. People are huge today. One of their paintings recently sold for $52.5 million. But they collected at this time when they wanted to support artists who were just starting out. So we see this wide array of artists at the museum. Also, what's interesting here is that Joan Quinn, it became a thing in California for people to paint her and do her portrait. And so adjacent to this major exhibition of paintings, all from the California school, and by the way, this is a time when California became an art hub, and it was people broke away from New York and Europe and found something completely different to do on the West Coast. But it became a thing to paint her. And so I spoke with Jason Sohigan, who is the executive director of the Armenian Museum of America, about how these portraits came to be.
People were sketching her or doing their own rendition of her, whether it was in neon or, sculpture. It became a thing. I think they all wanted to do their rendition of Joan, and that was just her kind of avenue or her way to support them.
And what I love about that, too, is that you see this wide array, all of these different artistic viewpoints coming into her. Everything that these anime renditions of her, these really luscious, almost Renaissance-like portraits of her, pop art portraits of her. But it all stems from this deep-rooted collection. One thing you should know about collectors is, especially in a very upper echelon level, they usually have people advising them. Mm-hmm. What's going to be financially secure at the end of the day? How do I get the best of the best of the best? But they were really collecting, it seems, through their friendship and just genuine passion. And so there's I think an extra energy in the show if you know that going in to walk around and view it.
GBH Executive Arts Editor and host of Open Studio, Jared Bowen. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Great to be with you both.